starting tonight for some of our Houston starters. And first, the 6'9" senior forward from Monterey, California, number 1, Diego. Along with Jordan Skywalker. Head guard is 6'5" senior from Preston, Idaho, number 5, Austin Bailey. He's with City South. Starting guard is 6'2" senior from Seminary, Washington, number 11, Rob McKenzie.
Thank you.
And guard is 6'3" freshman from Lake South, Washington, number 23, Malik Harrington. He's with Division Advocacy. And now starting at center is 6'8" junior from Preston, Idaho, number 5, Brandon Parker. Along with Arthur Taylor. Defenders in goal by Ryan, assisted by Greg Losky Levinson. And David Spring, the Lake Assistant Master Lake Sky Basketball.
Montana State trying to bounce back after a tough loss, trying to keep and hold serve in their second seed of the Big Sky tournament coming up in about 2.5 weeks, and trying to keep their hopes alive for a regular season Big Sky championship. All right, before we get to our starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat Basketball. I'm Keaton Galogly. Jesse Ropolato is back in the studios as our producer, and we are ready for Bobcat basketball. Montana State starting lineup is Darius Brown, Tyler Patterson, Raekwon Battle, Caleb Fuller, and Jabril Bello. On the other side, Jay Nagel, Austin Smaley, Brock McKenzie, their leading scorer, Malik Arrington, terrific freshman, and Braden Parker is their center. Bobcats in the white, Idaho State in the black, and the ball is tossed in the air. The tip is won by Montana State. The tip-off, as always, sponsored by Prime Lending. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Jabril Bello gets the first touch underneath, goes up, got blocked by Parker, able to recover down to the left baseline, setting it up again. Bello picks up the dribble, looking to get rid of it, bounces deeper into the post for Caleb Fuller, and it's tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with Montana State. So a little choppy there on the inside for Montana State. Braden Parker, the 6'8", 250-pound junior, matching up against Jabril Bello. Lob out to the top. The Bobcats get it set up. Caleb Fuller throws over to the right wing. Then it's lobbed into the post. Bello is double-teamed, dribbles out of it, lost the handle on it, out of bounds, and it's going the other way. Another quick turnover by Montana State and Jabril Bello. That was an issue for Bello in the last ball game. He had a season-high 5 turnovers in that loss. Idaho State with their first possession of the day. They will move from right to left in the black uniforms with white font outlined in orange tonight. Out to the right wing, bounce pass down to the right post. Nagel holding, looking to get rid of it, tosses it up top side, it's stolen away. Tyler Patterson with the theft for the Bobcats. MSU moving from left to right, bounce pass into the post. Fuller working against a guard, turns, hooks it up, no good. Rebound by Bello, back up, no good, too strong off the window, out of bounds. Idaho State basketball. Good assertive take there by Caleb Fuller, who is coming off a 10-point performance against Weber, but didn't really get a good clean shot at that. And Jabril Bello just not really looking like himself underneath after the first couple of possessions. Idaho State with the basketball, looking for the post. Didn't have it. Nice job by Bello to deny. Tossed around the perimeter, over to Arrington, over on the right wing. Then to Parker. He's up at the top. He can shoot the three just a little. Over to the left wing. Smaley trying to drive. Lost the handle. Whistle. What do we got? A travel. Nice defense by Raekwon Battle, forcing the travel. And it's a turnover by Idaho State. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. Montana State with the basketball. No score. 18:33 to go in the first half. Fuller lobs it over to the right wing. Toss into the post for Bello, down to the right block. He's double teamed, trying to dribble out of it. Jump pass into the paint. Here's Raekwon Battle. Throws into the left corner. Patterson for three. Yes, Tyler Patterson keeps the hot shooting rolling for the third straight game off the assist by Raekwon Battle. Tyler Patterson breaks the scoring. And Montana State has a 3-0 lead with 18 minutes to go in the first half. Crowd still on their feet, waiting for the first Bengal bucket today. McKenzie out at the top. Puts it on the floor, moving left. Nowhere to go, backs it out. Good D by Patterson. Still with it. Throws into the left corner. Quick trigger three. That's good. Jay Nagel putting it home. Only his 17th of the year. He shoots under 30% from downtown, and Jay Nagel has just tied the game with a three-point shot for Idaho State. 17:40 to go in the first half. Montana State with the basketball to our right. Brown lobs into the post. Here's Bello. Spins, goes up, got blocked by Braden Parker. Idaho State hustling from right to left. Parker stopped to the free throw line. Good job by Fuller to get back and force Idaho State into their half-court set. Out to the left wing. Parker lets it fly. Got it. Braden Parker with a three. Doesn't shoot it a ton from there. Has 11 three-point makes after that one. He did have a ball game with 5 three-point makes earlier this year against Sac State. Brown down to the right block, gets cut off, forces it up. No, but does draw the foul. Moved his forearms into the hands of Arrington. So Malik Arrington picks up his first foul. Simpkins Holland believes in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Holland, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946. Free throw by Brown is good. Ooh, that one took the scenic route. Hit off the rim a couple of times, popped out, bounced off the backboard, and finally fell through. Darius Brown had a great scoring performance against Idaho State in the first meeting in Bozeman with 18 points, and he puts both of these free throws in. 2 points for Darius Brown. Idaho State with the basketball moving from right to left. Bobcats trailing 6-5, 17 minutes to go in the second half. Massive bounce-back game needed here for Montana State. Trying to keep control of that number 2 seed, trying to keep their slim hopes of a regular season championship alive. Parker, topside three again. No good. And Idaho State, though, with the offensive board, trying to go back up. The layup is no good, and Raekwon Battle, after the defense, able to grab the rebound. Nice job to stay with it by Raekwon Battle. Montana State with the basketball. Brown had it poked away, and it'll go out of bounds, staying with MSU. 16.5 to play in the first. Montana State trailing 6-5. Jabril Bello will take a seat. Great Osabor coming to the ball game, getting his first opportunity today. He had 15 points in the game against Weber. Osabor has scored in double figures in 4 of the last 5. They'll match up Colby Lee against Osabor, the other big menacing center for Idaho State, the transfer from BYU. Montana State with the ball. They work offensively to our right, trailing by a point with 16:25 to go in the first. Osabor hands it off to Raekwon Battle on the right wing, gets to the free throw line, tries a jumper, reins it in. Raekwon Battle, his first 2 points today. Battle averaging 20 a game over his last 7. Puts in his first shot from the free throw line today. Idaho State with the basketball to our left. ISU trailing by 1. Bounce pass, tipped and stolen. Fuller knocked it away. Brown picks it up, lobs ahead. Osabor in transition, pump fake, lays it in with the left hand. Terrific patience by great Osabor in transition. He let the traffic clear and had an easy finesse left-handed layup. Montana State up 9-6, 15:45 to go in the first half. Toss up to the top of the key. Moved around over to the right wing. A.J. Burgeon with it coming in off the bench. Given to McKenzie, the leading scorer for Idaho State. Ball moved around the perimeter to Jay Nagel. Quick toss into the post. Smelly, nowhere to go, lays it up, no good. And Raekwon Battle after the defense, another rebound. Montana State pushing ahead to Osabor, makes the catch in transition. One dribble, up, got blocked from behind, grabs his own board, back up, no, and will go back to the line. Not ideal, but Osabor will be heading to the stripe. Good tempo by the Bobcats, and we will head to our first break of the ball game. We're sitting First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading it 9-6 over Idaho State. 15:20 to go in the first half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
After 17 years, he retired to the admissions director, graduate physician assistant program. He volunteers for the National Women's Club, taking no volunteering schoolwork part-time with Idaho Women's Club. On behalf of Farm Yard Insurance Company of Idaho, State Athletics gives the youth round of applause for Bud and Small. Bengal fans, make some noise if you want a free scratch game ticket courtesy of Idaho Lottery.
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State is leading 9-6 over Idaho State with 15:11 to go in the first half. Town Pump is a proud sponsor of the Brawl the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for the special Brawl the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump and get to renew that rivalry again coming up on Saturday. The women will square off at 2 o'clock. The men will go at 7 o'clock. Montana State with the ball. They will go to the free throw line here. Great Osabor heading to the stripe. We are keeping an eye on what Eastern Washington is doing. They are in the final 5.5 minutes at Idaho tonight, and that game is tied at 57 points apiece. So Eastern and Idaho tied with 5 minutes left in the ball game. Osabor at the stripe, and he comes up short on the first free throw. Bobcat Basketball is presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. Download the McDonald's app for free large fries every men's Cats basketball game day. Osabor just missed the second free throw as well, so he misses them both, and Idaho State has the rebound. Bobcats leading 9-6, 15-10 to go in the first half. McKenzie throws it out to the top of the key. Nagel wraps it around to the right wing for Burgeon. And back to the top again. Smaley looking for the post. Osabor trying to deny Kobe Lee, doing a nice job. Now a double team trap, bounce pass underneath, kick into the right corner. Nagel drives the baseline, gets in, floats it up. That's no good. Rebound tipped out, and it is saved by the hustling Caleb Fuller. Terrific effort. Good defense by Osabor, who gets a high five from Danny Sprinkle, and Caleb Fuller racing along the baseline, leapt over that black paint, made the catch in the air, and then threw it off one of the Bengals to save the possession for Montana State. Good hustle by MSU. Bobcats with the ball. They'll move from left to right, trying to restart a fresh winning streak today after their 5-game winning streak was ended on Thursday against Weber State, which is putting pressure on for that number 2 seed in the Big Sky tournament coming up in 2.5 weeks. MSU with the ball to our right, leading 9-6. Battle turned to the elbow, tried to get inside, forces up off the glass. That's no good. Fight for the rebound, and Idaho State comes away with it. Didn't have a real clear path there and could not get it to go off the window. Idaho State with the ball to our left. Arrington looking for the post. Instead has to move it around the perimeter over the left wing for Brock McKenzie. Tough battle inside between Osabor and Parker. Now Parker has it way out high though, and over to Arrington. Arrington with a bounce. Throws to the top, Smaley. Still moving around the perimeter, only 7 to shoot here. McKenzie, 5. McKenzie lobs to the post. Parker makes the catch and lays it in. He snuck in behind great Osabor. That was about 28 seconds of terrific defense by the Bobcats, but Braden Parker was able to get some space behind Osabor and was able to lay it in. Parker's got 5 points today. He scored 9 in the first meeting, but averages 12 a game. Bobcats to our right, leading by 1. Into the post. Pass kicked out to the right corner. Patterson steps to his left, lets it fly. That's no good from 3. And the rebound grabbed by Idaho State. Bengals from right to left. McKenzie slows it down, moving right. Gets to the free throw line, tries the jumper. Good and 1. Ooh, apparently a little contact by Tyler Patterson. First foul on Patterson, and Brock McKenzie will go to the line looking for a 3-point play, where he is 83% from the free throw line this year. McKenzie, the D2 transfer from Point Loma, actually played for Ryan Looney, the head coach of Idaho State. First year here, final year here at Idaho State. So McKenzie will get 1, averages 13 a game this year. Very efficient shooter, 49% from the field, 39% from 3, and over 80% from the free throw line. He puts that shot in, completes the 3-point play, and puts Idaho State back on top, up 11-9 with 13.5 minutes to go in the first half. Robert Ford, the former Bengal, into the ball game now. He's got the bounce at the left elbow. Throws to the top for Osabor. Bounce into the post for Bello. Bobble turned over. Here comes Idaho State from right to left. Arrington throws to the right wing. Driving inside, layup, blocked. Offensive rebound, back up, no, and Osobor rips down the rebound. Jabril Bello had the block, Osobor the rebound. MSU the other way. Ford throws into the right corner for Patterson. Lob to Bello, and he is fouled from behind, got his forearm hit by Braden Parker as Bello was trying to pass that ball out. Braden Parker picks up his first foul. And Bello's hands just are not looking as just as smooth, just not as soft as usual. He's kind of bobbled it a few times. His passes have been a little bit off the mark. Ford into Battle, got bumped, and they called a foul. Yeah, good call. He got bumped by Arrington. It wasn't a ton, but that was why Battle shuffled his feet. You got to call that. And Arrington, who got his first career start today, will have to take a seat with 2 personal fouls. I think they were going to let that go until Battle shuffled his feet, so you have to either call the travel or the foul. Montana State with the ball, trailing 11-9, 13 minutes to go in the first half. Osobor down to the block, posting up on the right side, working his way into the paint, still with the bounce. Now turns, floats, got it. Ooh, that was just textbook. Great patience going up against a 6'7" forward, and great Osobor has 4 points. He ties the game at 11. Osobor and Bello both on the floor together today. Idaho State with the ball. Parker out in the left wing. Hands it off there. McKenzie comes off a screen, gets to the free throw line, nowhere to go. Patterson there with great defense. Now allowed to the post. Parker on the left block against Bello. Backing in, shoulder to chest, still backing in, spins, falls, hooks, got it. High degree of difficulty on that one for Braden Parker. He's got 7 points in the first half. Bobcats trailing 13-11. Just over 12 minutes to go in the first half. Ford, the jumper, too strong. Rebound tipped out, and the Bobcats control. Osobor able to knock it out to the perimeter, and Battle hauls it in. Bounce into the post. Here's Bello. Kicks it out. Ford, extra pass to Patterson. Wide open three. Count it. Tyler Patterson, his second three of the day. Robert Ford with the assist, and the Bobcats back in front. Tyler Patterson heating up as we head to the stretch run of the Big Sky season. He's got a pair of Whitney's three-pointers today, and that was an Aware Mental Health Services assist from Robert Ford. Bengals with the ball to our left. They're moving it around the perimeter, trailing by 1. McKenzie gets to the free throw line, pump fake, steps in, leans, and got it to go. A little push-up from Brock McKenzie. Got Tyler Patterson to bite on the pump fake, and Idaho State back in front in a seesaw affair. Nick Gazales getting ready to check in for Montana State. Ford bounces it into the post. Bello sends it back to Ford. He drives the baseline. He skips a pass out to the left wing. Here's Battle, pumps the three, steps to his left, lets it go. No, off the front iron. Osobor the offensive rebound. Montana State a fresh shot clock. Kicks it out. Ford, wide open three ball. No. Rebound tipped, and Idaho State collects. Bobcats are 2 of 6 from downtown to start the day. Idaho State with the ball. They lead by 1, up 15-14 with 11 minutes to go in the first half. Bounce pass underneath, and Parker gets free and slams it down. Braden Parker winning the battle against Jabril Bello. Bello definitively won that battle back in Bozeman in early January, but Braden Parker having a big start to this ball game. He's got 9 points in the first 9 minutes. MSU with the ball, out to Battle, open, left wing three. That's no good. Rebound tipped out by Osobor, but Idaho State able to collect it. Long baseball pass ahead, and Tyler Patterson tips it free. Battle picks up the loose ball. Good hustle by Patterson to get back in transition and force the turnover. Patterson has already stood out loudly on the defensive side today. MSU with the ball. Battle drives the baseline, gets to the cup, lays it up. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. Battle's got it. His putback is good on the second try. And he Sprinkle wanted a foul call on that, but didn't get it. Raekwon Battle off the offensive rebound, able to put up his 4th point of the day. MSU trailing 17-16, 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Pass to the post, and Jabril Bello picks it off. Here comes Montana State, forcing some turnovers now. Battle ahead of steam into the lane, lays it up. That is good, and they take it off the board. Foul on the charge. Daxton Carr was there. Really looked like Battle kind of stepped around him. I didn't think he was totally squared up. He was definitely there, but he tried to step around him. It was more of a glancing blow off the hip than kind of straight ahead. And a tough foul against Raekwon Battle, so that takes 2 points off the board. Would have put Montana State in front. Instead, they're down by 1. We're going to take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Here's your score. Idaho State leads Montana State 17-16 with 9:47 to go in the first half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Thank you, Penny, Wally, Vicky, our volunteers and donors in Highland Sport and Greenhouse. Single fans, please check your leaders center, but also where athletic director Colleen Girls is joined by Donna Hayes for a special presentation. Each year, the BAB board recognizes a volunteer with the Colonel David Kirkpatrick Award, named in honor of longtime ISU supporter Colonel David Kirkpatrick. This award was established in 2002 to recognize volunteers with over 20 years of service to the Naval Athletic Boosters or who have raised a minimum of $100,000 in funds for the benefit of student athletes at ISU. Tonight we present the award to a very deserving individual, Penny Hughes. Penny has been involved with the Boosters for over 20 years. She is a member of the BAB board of directors and served as the president twice. In 2001, she launched the Scarecrow auction in Chile War, an event that alone has raised over $300,000. She's very involved in many community projects, ranging from a ladies' night event to support breast cancer awareness to the Pumpkinville Boys and Girls Club, and awarding bags on having Daisy Award in 2018 for volunteerism. Take a big round of applause for Penny.
Montana parents know parenting isn't easy. ParentingMontana.org provides you with a way to build the skills your child needs to be successful. ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success. Set at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State is trailing Idaho State 17-16 with 9:47 to go in the first half. Now, Montana State has forced 5 Idaho State turnovers so far, but the Bobcats have not been able to take advantage. They've actually taken 6 more shots, so in a lot of ways they've done some good things, but they haven't been able to convert on the offensive end. Bobcats shooting 32% in the early going, Idaho State 54%. Idaho State basketball coming off the charge call against Raekwon Battle, picking up his first foul. Osabor and Bello both in the front court for Montana State right now. Lob into the post, quick pass inside, Colby Lee lays it up, got it to go. Colby Lee, his first 2 points off the bench. Montana State into the front court. Robert Ford played a couple of years here at Idaho State. Up to the top, Osabor to the left elbow, steps in, tries the jumper, pure. Great. Osabor's got 6 points in the first half. He had 15 points on Thursday. MSU down 19-18. 9:15 to go in the first half. Idaho State with the ball. Take it over to the right wing. A.J. Burgeon has it. Jump pass over to the left wing. Caught there by Daxton Carr. Lobs into the post. Bad pass. Overthrew his man, Jordan Hansen, and he threw it across the baseline. A turnover by Idaho State. And that is their 6th turnover of the ball game. MSU with the ball. They trail by 1. Back and forth already, 5 lead changes in this first half. We've got 9 minutes to go in the first. Bobcats with the ball down 1. Brown skips it over to the left corner. Gonzalez for 3. No, rebound. Grabbed by Idaho State. Good look by Gonzalez, didn't fall. Bengals from right to left, sporting the black uniforms today. They take it up to the top of the key, looking for the post, nowhere to go. Fires over the left wing, a 3. That is too strong. Brown tips the rebound, but Colby Lee comes away with it. He lobs it out. Robert Ford tips it, it's out of bounds. Bobcat basketball. Ford hustling for it, so was McKenzie after an errant pass and a turnover. So it gives the ball back to Montana State. So MSU from left to right, trailing 19-18. It's been a tight back and forth ball game so far. Montana State's defense has struggled. Idaho State shooting 53% so far. MSU with the ball. Brown up the top, moving to his left, takes it to the left elbow, bumped, picks up the dribble, throws to the left wing. Here's Sam Leckalot for 3. That's no good, and Idaho State grabs the rebound. MSU's already attempted 9 threes today. They're 2 of 9 from downtown. Up to the top, Smaley. Throws it around, back to Smaley, again to the left wing, and then to McKenzie deeper on the left side. Up to Lee at the top, moving around the perimeter here. Lob into the post, down to the right block, Burgeon against Brown. A couple of guards working to the post, and had it tipped away, and Sam Leckalot tried to save it. He does! And then Brown couldn't quite contain it or corral it. So Leckalot did a great job there to try to jump across that right sideline, but as he tossed it back into Brown, he could not quite totally hang on, and Montana State unable to retain the possession as we head to a timeout. We're set at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:46 to go in the first half. Montana State trailing 19-18 against Idaho State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Congratulations to our winner. Let's give a big round of applause to all of our contestants. Thank you, ICCU.
Save the date for MSU's annual Giving Day starting at noon on February 15th and going through 5 p.m. on February 16th. Support the Cats with a donation of any amount to the Bobcat Club Annual Scholarship Fund. Learn more at msuaf.org. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State trailing Idaho State 19-18, 7:46 to go in the first half. Montana State shooting only 32% from the field, Idaho State 53% from the field. Now, Great Osabor does have 6 points today, but the Bobcats struggling to get Jabril Bello going a little bit. He's sitting on the bench right now, so it's Osabor, Lekalot, Battle, Gazales, and Brown on the floor for MSU. Arrington passed down to the left side, tipped free by Brown, and recovered by Idaho State. Brown went down hard there trying to knock that free. Now a mismatch, and it's taken away. Darius Brown with the steal. He's running in transition and hands it off to Raekwon Battle. Pumps the three and traveled. Boy, Darius Brown went down hard there, then tipped it free against Colby Lee, the big man. It was a massive mismatch, but just found the little spot to knock that rock free. And then MSU gives it right back on the travel. MSU down 19-18, a little bit of a scoring drought on both sides here. 7:22 to go in the first half. So MSU not shooting the ball well at 32%, while Idaho State's turning the ball over a ton so far. They've got 8 turnovers, and those are kind of the 2 stats that are keeping both teams from pulling away midway through this first period. Looking for the post, lob down to the left block. Braden Parker against Great Osabor. Parker backing down, works his way into the paint, turns to his right shoulder, floats it up, no good. Nice defense by Osabor. That was a tough shot, and the Bobcats have the rebound. MSU from left to right. Brown crossing over, going to the rack, lays it up off the glass, no good. Got hammered, and they did call the foul. Didn't hear that whistle, but that's the type of assertive nature that Danny Sprinkle's looking for out of Darius Brown. Foul going on A.J. Burgett, his first. Brown had the 23 points to carry the Bobcats in Missoula in that win against Montana, but since then, he has only scored 18 total points. Today he has 2. Now he has 3 as he hits that free throw. Brown 89% from the free throw line. What a year he's had. Get one more year of action from Brown next year as well, and this shot is good. 4 points for Darius Brown, all at the stripe, and that has given Montana State the lead again. They're up 20-19. Malik Arrington with 2 fouls into the game and has it taken away. Darius Brown with the steal in the backcourt to the rack, and he lays it in. Darius Brown, oh baby, what a steal. And he's able to get to the cup and lay it in for his first field goal of the day. He's got 6 points. Darius Brown bringing the emotional leadership midway through this first half. Montana State up 22-19 on Brown's 4-0 run. Out of the left wing, Nagel. Slings around to the right wing, Parker. Hands off there for McKenzie. Brock McKenzie working to the right elbow, steps to the free throw line, tries the jumper, rimming, no. Fight for the rebound, and Idaho State has what they call foul. And they're putting that on, great Osabor is first. That was tough there. You know, Osabor was trying to reach in, but then Parker really kind of hooked and pressed that arm against his body. It was the official on the other side, so he couldn't see it. We had a clear view. Parker just kind of grabbed that arm. Idaho State to inbound. Looking. McKenzie lobs it out, and Arrington makes the catch out on the right sideline. Malik Arrington playing with the 2 personal fouls. Good-looking freshman from Auburn, Washington. Here's now to McKenzie, working his way into the paint. Kicks into the right corner. Smaley for 3. Good. Austin Smaley, his first points of the day. He's a 42% three-point shooter, and he picks up his first 3 of the day, ties this game at 22. 5:50 remaining in the first half. Bobcats with the ball to our right. Darius Brown moving left around a screen, weaving into the lane, pump fake, kicks it back out for Patterson. Throws over the left wing, Battle. He drives down to the left baseline, backing it out against Smaley. Now throws it down to Osabor, back to Battle, pumps the left corner 3, and slows it down with 7 to shoot. Now Battle, got to the free throw line, slipped, and it's a travel. I mean, he just tried to stop the free throw line and went down hard. Ouch. They're going to come out and mop that spot up, but it was just a wet spot on the floor. That is a tough turnover to pick up. It's the right idea. Man, ouch. At Montana's Rib and Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. Jabril Bello back into the ballgame for Montana State. He's 0 for 4 from the field today. Osabor will take a rest. Idaho State with the ball to our left. Up to the top, Nagel hands it off to McKenzie. Gives it to Arrington, who's just blanketed by Brown. Bounce down to the post on the right side. Nagel gets rid of it out to McKenzie, chased by Patterson. Now McKenzie gets to the elbow, step back jumper, off the heel, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, Bobcat basketball. Great Parker swatted it out of bounds. Darius Brown's gonna get a deep breath and head to the bench. And a well-earned line of high fives as Robert Ford checks back in onto a floor he's familiar with. Played 2 years here, the last 2 seasons, and now in his first year at Montana State. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. This game is tied at 22. Into the post, Bello, back and down, floats it up. No! Fight for the rebound, and Idaho State has the rebound. That turned into a good look. Bello, man, he's just doesn't have it today. That was very uncharacteristic. You can see him thinking about it. Bounce pass underneath, and Bello tipped it free. Patterson picks up the loose ball and gives ahead to Ford. He fires it into the right corner for Battle. Into Bello, down to the right block. Gets to the mid-post, kicks to Ford. Topside 3 ball. No! Offensive rebound by Fuller. Turns back up, got blocked, and Idaho State able to recover. Jake Nagel with a block. Tie game, 22 points apiece. This has been a dogfight with 4:19 to go in the first half. Ball is tipped free, recovered by Arrington, knocked out of bounds. And we got a kick ball. And so it's going to stay with, I believe, Idaho State. Arrington kind of slid there. Bello kind of shaking his head. So a kick ball by Montana State. It is Idaho State basketball. And A.J. Burgeon will inbound along the baseline. Lobs it out to the left side. Parker, calm dribble. Hands it off for McKenzie. He's double teamed. His pass tipped. Tyler Patterson fighting for it. It's out of bounds. Bobcat basketball. Bello and Patterson both fighting for that loose ball. And they've forced the turnover. Tyler Patterson has been a star on the defensive end in this first half. This game tied at 22 points apiece. 4:04 remaining in the first half. Robert Ford and Danny Sprinkle having a conversation. Sprinkle wants Ford to keep that tempo up. And Ford takes it across the timeline on that Bengal logo at center court. Ford up at the top of the bounce, moving left around to Bello screen, gets to the elbow, accelerates underneath, hands off for Battle, and the reverse layup is good and one. What a find. Raekwon Battle, a beautiful reverse layup underneath, kissed it off the window, and he's going to the line when we come back. Man, that's a great bucket by Raekwon Battle and terrific vision by Robert Ford. Bobcats break the tie. They've got the lead. We're going to step aside. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Bobcats leading it 24-22 over Idaho State with 3:52 to go in the first half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
We've got 30 seconds remaining. All right, 10 seconds to go. All right, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time's up. And congratulations, let's give both our contestants a big round of applause tonight.
Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, proud sponsor, Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute. When you're ready for something new, get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. It's at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading 24-22, 3:52 to go in the ball game. Checking the First Interstate Bank scoreboard. And Eastern Washington has won it. They win 73-66 against Idaho. That game was tied with about 4 minutes left, and Idaho went on a long scoring drought, so Eastern Washington gets the win. Raekwon Battle going to the line, looking to complete a three-point play here for MSU. And this shot is good. Raekwon Battle off to a nice start. He's got 7 points. Jabril Bellows had a tough start to this ballgame. You could really see his frustration on the bench during that last time out, but his teammates were right there to pick him up, trying to remind him, hey, next play up, next play up. And Darius Brown reminding him to take a look at the scoreboard because the Bobcats are up, so even though it's been a tough start, your team's got the lead. You got a lot of time left with 3.5 to play in the first. Idaho State with the basketball. Moved around over to the right wing. McKenzie trying to drive, gets into the lane, kicks into the left corner. Here's a three from Smaley. Got it. Second three from Austin Smaley. That ties it up at 25 points apiece. Darius Brown getting ready to check back in. He's had a great first half. Osabor getting ready to come into the ball game as well. Robert Ford with it, and he draws the foul. McKenzie kind of came in and caught him up high around the shoulder with a hand check. First foul on Brock McKenzie. Yeah, it's been weird. I mean, look, Bello is one of the best players in the league, obviously, the reigning MVP. Just has not quite been himself today. Hasn't really had the sure hands that we're used to. And he just looks a little off, maybe even a little kind of in his head here. So he'll take a seat. Osabor in. Ford misses the free throw on the front end of the 1-and-1. And Idaho State has the rebound. Idaho State with the ball to our left in a tie game, 25-all. Working down to the free throw line. Bounce down to the left baseline. Lee puts up a floater. That's no good. Robert Ford skying high to grab that board. He pushed the tempo. Bounce ahead. Osabor reverse layup. That's short. And the rebound grabbed by Idaho State. Bengals moving from right to left. McKenzie doubled. Trapped down on the left wing by Ford and Battle. And it's tip free. McKenzie picks it back up. Gets to the elbow. And that jumper is no good. Raekwon Battle grabs the rebound. MSU with the ball in a tie game, 25 points apiece. 2:30 remaining in the first half. Battle down to the right baseline. Got stripped from behind, out of bounds. It is Bobcat basketball. Ooh, I don't know. Kind of looked like it went off of Battle's leg, but Bobcats get the call. Patterson will take a seat. He's had some great defense today and has knocked down a couple of Wendy's three-pointers. He's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. MSU will inbound here. And they get it into Raekwon Battle down to the left baseline, working one-on-one, steps up for a 15-footer, swirls, no. Osobor the rebound down to the left block. Osobor spins, got tripped and a foul on Idaho State. Crowd wants to flop. Osobor is not going to flop in that scenario. He wants to score. So Colby Lee picks up the foul. Just kind of accidentally tripped Osobor. And that's a big call. First foul on Lee, but it will send Osobor to the line for the front end of a 1-and-1. Idaho State with 18 fouls. Montana State only 3 fouls in the first half. So Osobor, the front end, that's a big shot, trying to break the tie. No good. He starts 0 for 3 from the free throw line today. This game tied at 25 points each, 12 minutes remaining, or excuse me, 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the first half. McKenzie over to the right wing. Moves back to his left, up to the top. Bounce pass underneath. Lee forces the shot up. Got it to go. Kind of that push shot from the right baseline. That breaks the tie. Idaho State back in front, leading 27-25. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first. 7 lead changes, 5 ties in this ball game. Brown over to the left wing for MSU. Throws back to the right wing for Ford. Bounce pass into the post. That is tipped free by Lee, out of bounds. MSU ball. Good hustle by Colby Lee, reaching around, trying to knock that thing away. Blake Arrington back in with the 2 personal fouls. And A.J. Burgett will take a seat. MSU will inbound with 14 seconds of the shot clock. Raekwon Battle on the right sideline in front of the Idaho State bench. MSU down by 2. Into the right wing. Darius Brown has it. Standing dribble. Moves down toward the right corner. Jump pass to Osobor. 1 dribble inside. And they called a charge. Osobor called for the charge. Didn't see who was in there who got set. And Osobor picks up his second foul. So he's been playing on the offensive end. He has picked up 4 or more personal fouls in 6 of the last 7 games. Did foul out in that last game against Weber. So he's got 2 in the first half with 93 seconds left. Montana State down 27-25. Idaho State with the ball. McKenzie across the half-court line. Guarded by Brown, who's brought a lot of energy defensively today. Over to Smaley on the right side. Out to Arrington, picked up by Ford. Given to the left wing, knocked free, and Brown's got the steal. Darius Brown ahead to Raekwon Battle, hands it off underneath, and Robert Ford, lays it in, went down hard. Robert Ford able to lay it in off the bounce pass by Raekwon Battle. Beautiful finish by Ford, and he ties this game up at 27 points apiece. And we got a whistle and a foul. Ford got in too tight, and he picks up his first foul. Looked a little frustrated, like a frustration foul. 1:03 to go in the first half. 5th team foul for MSU in this first half. This game tied at 27 after that blue-collar, hard-nosed finish by Robert Ford. Arrington over to the left wing. Hands it off there to McKenzie. Brock McKenzie trying to turn the corner, nowhere to go. Brown all over. Back to Arrington on the left wing, looking for Lee underneath. Doesn't have him. Arrington trying to drive, spins into the lane, has it pumped free. Jabril Bello knocks it away, picked up by MSU, thrown ahead, and too far out of bounds. And then we have a foul, and they call it on Jabril Bello as his feet got tangled up with the Idaho State defender. And Bello picks up his first, 6th team foul in the first half. The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. 27 points apiece, 8-second differential between the shot and game clocks. 30 seconds left in the first half, again tied at 27. McKenzie with it for ISU. He has it, nearly taken away by Brown again. McKenzie to the free throw line against Fuller. Hands it off there, Smaley. Fall away jumper, got it to go. 15 seconds left in the first half. Montana State trailing 29-27, and the Bobcats call a timeout as Brown crosses the timeline. MSU have been on their heels here in the first half. They have just not gotten it going offensively. 35% from the field, and they're only 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Idaho State shooting 50% and 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Idaho State 13 turnovers, MSU 6. So MSU's defense in some ways has kind of kept him in this game, even though Idaho State is shooting 50%. Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. Raekwon Battle leading the Bobcats with 7 points. Osabor has 6, Patterson has 6, and Brown has 6. Bobcats with 4 assists presented by Aware Mental Health Services and 2 threes sponsored by Wendy's. Both threes knocked down by Tyler Patterson, who stays hot from downtown over the last 3 ball games. He has 9 3-point makes. All right, let's see what the Bobcats draw up here. 13 seconds left in the first half. MSU down by 2 with the ball, shot clock off. Inbound to Darius Brown in the front court. Brown has calm dribble on the center logo. 6 seconds left in the first half. Brown with a bounce, gets to Battle. Battle into the lane, forces it up, got it, no, but draws the foul. Got the foul, and Raekwon Battle will go to the line with a chance to tie this game up. Daxton Carr tagged for his first. Raekwon Battle able to get himself back to the stripe. Austin Smaley with 8 points for Idaho State. Braden Parker with 9 to lead all scorers. And a timeout called by Idaho State. All timeouts sponsored by Prime Lending. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeons of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. So Eastern Washington today does win. They go to 13-0 in the Big Sky. So at the moment, MSU now 3 games back with 5 games to go, including today. Eastern Washington winning 73-66, another ball game which kind of pulled away late in that ball game. It was tied with 4 minutes to go, but they get the win on the road. They still have to go to Weber State, still have to come here to Idaho State, and they still host MSU. Big free throws here for Raekwon Battle. Second and third free throws coming up for Ray. His first, bends the knees, lets it go, and knocks it down. One more to tie this thing with 2 seconds left in the first half.
Ray, stop!
The next shot is good. Raekwon Battle hits them both, 9 points. It's a tie for the game lead, or game high in free throws. 2 seconds left, tie game, 29 each. Idaho State to inbound. They try the long baseball pass. Caught there, handoff on the left sideline. Here's a 3. Ooh, no. Nicely done by Idaho State. That was a well-designed play. They could not quite finish it. After 20 minutes of play, Montana State and Idaho State are tied at 29 points apiece. We'll take a break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Okay.
Thank you very much. Please welcome to the court your Bengal dancers. The Bengal dancers are coached by Boris Benson. news, where we are recognizing athletes in our community with additional and special needs. We've seen them tonight in our starting line, in our onboard comments. And now I need
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, I'm Keaton Galogly. Pleasure to be with you today as Montana State and Idaho State are tied at 29 points apiece after one half of play. Join Champs New Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $25 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. All right, after one half of play, Montana State shooting just 35% from the field, so the slow second half at Weber has carried over to today. MSU 2 of 10 from the three-point line, all three-point field goals sponsored by Wendy's, and MSU 7 of 11 from the free throw line that first half, so it did leave a couple of points there. They shot 64%. Idaho State 50% from the field, 12 of 24, and they go 4 of 6 from the three-point line at 67%, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. MSU did do a nice job of defending without fouling in that first half. MSU 4 assists, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. That was 4 assists on 10 field goals. They had 6 turnovers in the first half and 10 steals. Darius Brown had 3, Tyler Patterson had 3, and Jabril Bello had 2. He also has a block today as well. On the other side, Idaho State, 9 assists on 12 field goals, 13 turnovers, 1 steal in the first half. MSU out-rebounded 19-15 in that first half. We saw 7 ties and 7 lead changes in the first 20 minutes. Individually, Montana State was led by Raekwon Bettle at 9 points in that first half, 3 of 8 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, and 4 rebounds. 6 points for Tyler Patterson, a pair of Wendy's three-pointers. Darius Brown, 6 points, 1 assist, no turnovers, 3 steals in the first half. Great Osabor, 6 points, 6 boards on 3 of 5 shooting, and Robert Ford had 2 points, 2 Aware Mental Health Services assists, and no turnovers today. Idaho State on the other side, led by Braden Parker at 9 points, did play 12 minutes with 2 personal fouls, so didn't get to play a lot of that end of that first half. Austin Smaley with a couple of threes. He's got 8 points for Idaho State, 5 points for Brock McKenzie. Colby Lee has 4, and Jay Nagel has 3. So that's where we stand right now after 20 minutes of play, with Montana State and Idaho State tied at 29 points apiece. So even though Idaho State shooting 50% from the field, just 29 points in that first half. And for MSU, they're trying to control that number 2 seed for the Big Sky Conference Tournament. It's the top 2 seeds that get the extra day off in the Big Sky Tournament over in Boise coming up here in about 2.5 weeks. So important to try to get the win today, especially after that loss against Weber State on Thursday. Weber getting ready to tip off here at the top of the hour against the Grizzlies. We'll, of course, keep an eye on that. Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. We'll take a break. We're at halftime. Sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State and Idaho State tied at 29 points apiece. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
We have 1 minute remaining in the scrimmage. 1 minute.
Got it.
All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final shot. Let's give a big round of applause for our hoop and athletes tonight. Nice job. And thank you for the great service.
Back to First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State and Idaho State tied at 29 points apiece. Nice opportunity for some young men and women with special needs from Hoop Camp to get out on the floor and play a little halftime game. Appreciate Steve Garrity saying hello to us earlier. He's the executive director over there, and they're making quite the tour around the country, and I know they'll be in Bozeman in April. That is Hoop Camp, where everyone's a winner. Again, we're at halftime with this game tied at 29 points apiece. Let's check in on the First Interstate Bank scoreboard. First Interstate Bank, home of Bobcat Banking. Eastern Washington wins. They take down Idaho 73-66. They remain undefeated in Big Sky play. They pulled away late again. It's been kind of the same script for the Eagles all year long, so they win on the road at Idaho. Portland State won 88-87 on a late, dramatic last-second buzzer beater. They had to go the length of the floor with a half second, and they were able to win 88-87. Sac State trailing Northern Colorado 35-25 in Greeley. And coming up in about 5 minutes, Montana and Weber State will tip off. So here's where the standings sit right now, still with some games to be decided. Eastern Washington 13-0, Montana State 10-3, still in second place, even if it does feel a little like the sky is falling with Montana State losing on Thursday, tied here in Pocatello. Weber State waiting to tip off. They're 8-4. Montana is 7-6. They've won 4 in a row. This Idaho State team is 6-6. Sac State down big. They're 5-7 right now in the Big Sky. They've lost 4 straight. Portland State 5-8 after their dramatic win. Northern Colorado 4-9. Idaho 3-10. Northern Arizona 3-11. Nice win by the women today. So they sweep the weekend, getting another comfortable victory today against Idaho State, winning 70-53. They're 2 games up in the race for the regular season Big Sky Championship, sitting at 11-3. Next closest, that's Northern Arizona and Montana, both at 9-5. Montana on the women's side split their weekend set with Weber and Idaho State. So that's what's going on around the Big Sky and beyond today. Take another break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. This game tied at 29 points apiece between Montana State and Idaho State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. I will do the ID when we get back. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State and Idaho State tied at 29 points apiece at halftime. Let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball. I'm Keaton Gilogly. Jesse Ropolato is back in the studios, and this is Bobcat Basketball with Montana State and Idaho State tied at 29 points apiece at halftime. We'll take a break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. At the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, we begin the second half. Malik Arrington on a take, and he gets fouled down to the right block, and Malik Arrington will go to the line to begin the second half. Montana State and Idaho State tied at 29 points apiece as we get things started. Darius Brown picking up the foul, his first. Brown really, once again, emerging as one of the emotional leaders on this team. First free throw is no good from Malik Arrington, so this game remains tied. Frustrating weekend for Montana State, but you got 20 minutes to decide it here. Free throw is good. So Montana State, another opportunity here to kind of try to prove that mental fortitude, prove that depth, prove that experience and veteran leadership. They're going to need it today, trailing 30-29, 19:35 to go in the second half. Bello into the paint, spins to the right shoulder, goes up, couldn't get it to go. Parker got it, and then they called a foul on Jabril Bello as he tried to knock it away. Bello picks up a quick second foul. Danny Sprinkle at this point just kind of a sarcastic smile on his face after that foul call. 30-29. Idaho State with the ball on top. Out to the right wing, then to McKenzie. Cats have done a nice job on Brock McKenzie today. He gets down underneath. Along the baseline, his pass tipped but recovered by Arrington. Brown got a hand on it. Back out to McKenzie, lobs into the post. Parker against Patterson, a mismatch here. Parker backing down to the right block, kicks it out to the top. Here's a three. In and out, and Brown snacks the board. He pushes the tempo for MSU. Brown gets to the top and wisely slows it down, puts it into Bello, kicks it out to the left corner. Patterson for three. That's no good, just missed it slightly left, and Idaho State has the rebound. So MSU starting 0 of 2 from the field in the second half. Arrington into the paint, forces it up. That is no good. Brown had the defense and grabs the rebound again. MSU trailing 30-29 with 18:35 to go in the second half. Brown over to the left elbow, bounce down to Fuller. Got tipped, but Fuller recovers. Trying to back down into the paint. Fuller with the bounce, spins to the left shoulder, steps back with the left hand, able to finish. Slick finish by Caleb Fuller. His first 2 points today, coming off that double-digit performance against Weber State on Thursday. He also had 9 against Idaho State in the first meeting. Bobcats on top, 31-30, 18-10 to go in the second half. McKenzie over the left wing, works it around the perimeter. Toss down to the left block. Here's Braden Parker working against Jabril Bello. Try to back in. Spins, pump fake, and draws the foul. Got Bello to bite on the pump fake. And Bello picks up 2 quick fouls early in the second half. He has 3 now. That'll bring Great Osabor into the game. Osabor had 2 fouls in the first half. This game is brought to you by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. Idaho State to inbound. Coming off the Bello foul. Fire it into the left corner, driving the baseline. Fuller there with the defense, nowhere to go. And they lob it out to the left elbow. Smaley against Battle. Trying to back down with a post move. Gets himself into the lane, hooks it up. Rimming, no. Rebound, won by MSU on the second effort. Darius Brown rips it down again. Brown out to the left wing, has the bounce. Brown to his right, turns to the elbow, kicks into the right corner. Here's Battle trying to create some space. Driving that baseline, and he stepped to the baseline. Turnover by MSU. MSU hasn't turned the ball over a ton today. Only their 7th of the ball game, but 4 of those from Raekwon Battle. 17:30 to go in the game. Montana State leading 31-30 on the road. It feels like they've been swimming upstream all night. Drive by Nagel, gets cut off by Battle, kicks it out to McKenzie. He works his way down to the right block. Now trying to post up against Battle, steps back, picks up the dribble, turns around with a fall-away jumper. That short, long rebound. Darius Brown hustles it down again. Darius Brown's hustle's been off the chart. Ahead to Patterson. Transition 3. That's no good. Osabor grabbed the board, then he got tripped. Oh, he went down hard. It's all clean. Osabor able to reach out, tip that, and McKenzie came in underneath and undercut him. Again, totally accidental. McKenzie picks up his 2nd foul. But great hustle again, really on both sides of the glass. Brown defensively, Osabor offensively. And Montana State will inbound. Brown looking, still looking, gets Osabor down on the left block. Kicks it out to Fuller, gets into the lane, lays it up, got it to go, got bumped in the air, finished anyway with the offhand. That was the right hand from Caleb Fuller, and he's got 4 points. Caleb Fuller coming to life in the second half. MSU leading 33-30, 16:45 to go in the second half. Brown nearly with a steal. Idaho State resets. Over to McKenzie on the left wing, looking for the post. Fires into Parker against Osabor down to the left side of the paint. Turns, lefty hook, short. Osabor the rebound. Good defense again. MSU really elevating the effort on the defensive end. Brown to the left elbow, works his way down to the left block, kicks it out to the top for Patterson. Over to Fuller, into the post. Osabor on the right side, draws a double team and dribbles out of it. Still has the bounce. Face it up here against Parker, working his way into the paint, backing down, lays it, no, but draws the foul. And he'll go to the line. Great effort by Great Osabor. Braden Parker picking up his 2nd foul. And Osabor will go to the line. Montana State leading by 3. You can see some of that point guard mentality from Osabor on that play. You know, he was a guy who thought he was going to be a point guard growing up, then had a big growth spurt. Free throw is good. Started 0 for 3 from the stripe, but knocks that one down. Osabor in the hunt for his 2nd D1 double-double. 7 points after that free throw. He's got 8 rebounds to boot. Osabor's next free throw. That is good. So 8 points, 8 boards for Great Osabor. Montana State up by 5. Trying to get a little control here in the second half. Idaho State has not hit a field goal yet with 16 minutes to go in the second period. Bengals with the ball to our right. McKenzie calling for a screen. He's way out high in the left wing. Picked up by Patterson. McKenzie to his right. Looking to get rid of it. Picks up the dribble. Throws over to the right wing. Smaley. He wants to get rid of it too. Now drives with 4 to shoot. Smaley gets in deep. Got blocked by Raekwon Battle. Rebound tipped out. Idaho State recovers. Back up, no. Second try, no. Osabor grabs the board. MSU able to finally grab that rebound. Good work. Good second and third efforts by Montana State. MSU into the front court. Brown lining it up over on the right wing. Hands it off to Battle, turns the corner, going to the cup, stops on the right block, and got fouled from behind. That'll be on Brock McKenzie. That's his third. That's their leading scorer on the season, so he picks up his third foul. And we will take a break. Montana State on a 6-0 run early in the second half. Defense has been great. Idaho State 0 of 7 from the field to begin the second half. Let's step aside. First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading 35-30 with 15:25 to go in the second half in Pocatello. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
On your mark, get set, go. Getting close to the end of the final stretch. And it looks like we got a winner. Congratulations, you just won a free ticket to the tennis. For that great basketball performance, let's give all the racers a big round of applause.
At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. Montana State leading at 35-30 over Idaho State. 15:25 to go in the second half. And Montana State's defense taking another step up here in the second half. Idaho State 0 of 7 from the field since the break. The Bobcats on a 6-0 run. Darius Brown has been an absolute tank, particularly on the glass. MSU out rebounding Idaho State 7-3 since the timeout. MSU to inbound. Looking to go, and they find Osabor out on the right wing. Here's Darius Brown. Back to Osabor. Goes up. No, but he does draw the foul. And great Osabor will go back to the stripe. Bellows had a bit of an off night tonight, but he's still up on the bench cheering on his teammates. Great Osabor going to the line. He's continued to emerge as a very vocal leader on this team. Watch it when we're back home on Saturday against Montana. Watch Osabor in those huddles. He's talking to everybody as the first free throw is short. He's having a tough night at the stripe, though. And watch Osabor and Brown in the team huddles when we get back to the break. Two guys that really get their teammates' ears in a good way and help guys out. That free throw is good for Osabor. He's got 9 points. MSU up 36-30. Just over 15 minutes to go in the second half. Malik Arrington bounces it to Colby Lee at the free throw line. Hands it back off to Arrington on the right wing. Throws up to the top, nearly taken away by Raekwon Battle. Over the left side, Burgett. Trying to drive. Patterson's there, walling him off. 9 to shoot. Over to Arrington, right wing. 7. Arrington bounce pass underneath. Lee, long hook. Got it. The end of the shot clock. Colby Lee, he's got 6 points. He's coming off an 11-point game against Montana on Thursday. First field goal of the second half comes with 14:44 to go for Idaho State. Fuller pumps the 3, bounces into Osabor on the right block, double, gets it out to Battle. His right wing 3, off the heel of the iron. Osabor wins the rebound, goes back to the rack, and lays it in with a left hand. 2 big, giant steps to get to the cup, and the gentle finesse of a finger roll to finish it off. 11 points by great Osabor, and Montana State up 38-32 after converting on the offensive rebound. Just over 14 minutes to go in the game. Here's Colby Lee against Brown, picked up by Osabor, and then a foul. Brown got him on the forearm. Oh, they gave that to Osabor, rather. I thought that was Brown, but Osabor picks up his third. Sam Lecolot will check into the game. Robert Ford also coming to the game. So it's Ford, Lecolot, Battle, and Osabor right now.
Be ready for the pin, Rob. Ray.
Idaho State to inbound. Lee hands it off to Arrington out on the left wing. 14 minutes to go in the game. Montana State up by 6. Arrington on the left side. Coming right around a screen. Kicks to the top. Throws to the right wing. Smaley looking for the post. Throws down to Lee. Makes the contested catch. Reverse layup. Got it to go. Colby Lee back-to-back buckets. He's got 8 points. Montana State's lead cut to 4. MSU with the ball. Ford bounces it to Osabor. He's way out high. Hands off for Raekwon Battle coming off the screen, and he draws the hand check foul. And then another late second contact from Smaley. That rubs Battle the wrong way. He got the hand check foul so far out high, and then Smaley kind of grabbed his arms later after that. Lee's second foul. Know what's below? Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. MSU inbounds in the offensive zone. Raekwon Battle has it at the top, and a foul. Malik Arrington just ran right through Sam Lecolot, so Arrington picks up his third foul.
Good job, Greg.
Osabor will take a seat. Jabril Bello back to the floor. Bello still scoreless today. He's 0 of 6 from the field. Just a shocking performance from Bello today. Ford's got it up at the top. Bounce over to the right wing. MSU leading by 4. To Battle coming off the screen. He turns the corner, hands off underneath. Bello dropped it, and it's grabbed by Idaho State. That's what it's been all night for Bello. That was a pass that was hip high, and Bello just, he didn't catch it. Boy, what a tough night for Jabril Bello. Idaho State with the ball. And then we got a foul away from the ball. And Sam Lecolot called for it. His first, as he was chasing down a man coming off a screen. So Lecolot picking up the foul. Bridger Brewing, Three Forks is now open for lunch and dinner. Stop by Wednesday through Sunday to enjoy our delicious food, craft beers, and cocktails. Bridger Brewing beers are also now available at your favorite grocery stores across Montana. Cheers to every journey being better than the last. 38-34. Montana State leading, 13 minutes to go in the game. Idaho State with the ball. McKenzie coming off the screen, gets into the lane, hop, stop, lays it up, no, put back by Lee, no, and Robert Ford grabs the rebound. Cats get away with one. Ford pushing the tempo down the right sideline. Throws up to Lecolot at the top, bounce into the post for Bello, and he gets fouled from behind by Colby Lee. And now Lee has picked up his third foul, and already with 12 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the second half, Idaho State has picked up their 7th personal foul, so Jabril Bello will go to the line. Big free throws here for Bello, who's having an inexplicably off night tonight. And he's got a chance to see that ball go through the hoop after starting 0 for 6 from the field. Bello exhales, bends at the knees, puts this shot up. That is no good, but Lecolot wins the rebound. He kicks it out to Raekwon Battle. Battle into the lane, lays it up. No, that's short. Bello the rebound. Back up with the right hand, no. Put back, no. Rebound, finally won by Idaho State, and Robert Ford got tagged for the foul.
Robert Ford the third.
What else do we got to do?
12:34 to go in the game. Montana State up 38-34 after a couple of looks at the rim did not fall. Idaho State with it. Colby Lee inside against Bello. Turns, pumps. Oh, he got Bello in the air on the pump fake. And Bello commits the foul. That's his 4th. I mean, it looks like it's in his head. Such a smart, heady player, so experienced. And tonight is just not his night. He'll be all right, and he'll figure it out. Lee's going to go to the line. His teammate's there to pick him up. Osabor right in his ear. So free throw from Colby Lee is good. Lee with another 9 points tonight.
Stop.
Darius Brown will come in and replaces Tyler Patterson, who's collected 6 points. Colby Lee at the line for one more. His shot is good. Colby Lee, 10 points today. Back-to-back games with 10-plus points. MSU's lead cut to 2, up 38-36. 12-17 to go in the ball game. Sam Lekalot working his way into the paint, got tripped, lost it. Montana State picks it back up. Battle has it to the free throw line, tries the jumper. That is no good, off the heel of the iron. And Idaho State has the rebound. Boy, I thought he got his feet tangled up there. Idaho State with the ball. Why else would Lekalot just fall? 12 minutes left in the game. Idaho State now with a chance to tie or take the lead. McKenzie out to the left wing. Working his way to the right around the screen, working on Brown. Bounce pass to Lee, he'll go up against Osabor. Try to back down to the left block. Lee backing in, shoulder to chest, turns, righty hook, got it, swirls home, ties the game. Colby Lee having a big one. He's got a dozen points, 6-0 run for Idaho State, and they've tied the game at 38 with 11.5 to go. Brown out of the right wing, gives to Osabor on the right elbow, tries the jumper, that's up, no good, bricked it, and Idaho State has the rebound. MSU 3 of 11 from the field in the second half, and now some momentum brewing here in Pocatello. Well, they got loud for a moment, now quiet down. McKenzie has the dribble up at the top, goes around to the top. Daxton Carr hands it off on the right wing, and a foul on Robert Ford. Ford picking up his third. Montana State just does not have it tonight, but it is tied 38 points apiece with 11:05 to go in the game. Taking a break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. Sit at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. This game is tied at 38 points apiece, 11:05 to go in the second half. Montana State trying to avoid back-to-back losses for the first time in Big Sky play and trying to maintain control over that second seed in the Big Sky Conference Tournament. After tonight, just 4 games over 2 weeks left. Cat Grizz coming up next on Saturday. They're getting hot, so they're going to smell blood in the water. And for Montana State, you know, the hustle is there, the effort is, but the crispness is not. And both teams into the bonus now. A foul way out high that had taken us to our Prime Lending timeout will send A.J. Burgeon to the line. All timeout sponsored by Prime Lending. Home loans made simple. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good from A.J. Burgeon, his first point of the day. Scored well off the bench on Thursday with 9 points and a couple of threes. Burgeon's second. That's no good. Rebound won by Caleb Fuller. No, what do they call it? Oh, it was tipped by Idaho State out of bounds, and it will go to Montana State. All right, Bobcat basketball. They'll go from right to left, trying to break scoring drought here. They have not scored in 4.5 minutes, or at least hit a field goal rather, and trying to end a 7-0 Idaho State run. Brown gives it to Raekwon Battle. Bit of a low pass, bobbled, recovers. Battle with a head of steam, gets into the lane, pump fake, puts it up with the floater. That's short. Rebound, tip loose on the floor, foul, going the other way. Man, he got to his spot. And Battle has picked up his second foul as he chased that rebound. Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We'll hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. Killer foul, because now Idaho State gets to walk all the way down the floor and send Brock McKenzie to the line for a 1-and-1. The front end is good. McKenzie with 6 points now. Idaho State extending their first lead to the second half, up 40-38. 10:46 to go in the second half. Montana State's offense just has not been there today. 3 of 12 in the second half from the field. They're 0 of 3 from 3 in the second half, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. McKenzie hits them both. He's got 7. Bobcats down 3 with the ball, 10:46 to go in the game. Darius Brown throws it to Robert Ford out of the right wing. Gives it to Darius Brown. He gets into the lane, puts up the floater, ripping. No! Oh, that fell off. Man, tantalizing miss. Sitting around, rimming around the orange rim. And it just falls away. Idaho State with the ball. That is the kind of shot you want Brown doing. And then he takes it away and he draws the foul. Darius Brown just straight up picked Brock McKenzie's pocket. And Brown picking up another steal, and Brock McKenzie, the season's leading scorer for Idaho State, has just picked up his 4th foul, and that was the 4th steal of the day for Darius Brown, and it'll get him to the line since the Bobcats are in the bonus. Trying to end a 9-0 run here, and trying to put in the Bobcats' first points in 4 minutes. The front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Darius Brown's first point in the second half. He's got 7 tonight. Most points he's had in the game since that 23-point outburst against Montana. And that free throw is good as well. 8 points for Brown. Montana State back to within 1. 41-40. Idaho State leading. 10:21 to go in the game. Man, what a tough road trip this has been through Weber and Idaho State. Bobcats lost by 10 in Ogden on Thursday. And they have been going back and forth with the Bengals tonight. Harrington to the post for Colby Lee's having a big game. Trying to back down Great Osibor, spins. Puts up the hook shot from a long range. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. It's out of bounds. And it is going to Idaho State. Ford nearly had it, but he got kind of bumped in the air and then fell. And as he had it, he rolled over onto the baseline. Idaho State will inbound with 20 seconds on the shot clock. 10:01 remaining in the game. Montana State trying to win their 9th straight in the head-to-head meeting with Idaho State. Osibor getting a word from the official here as he was kind of tied up against with Colby Lee. All's good now, and here comes the inbounds pass. Caught by Daxon Carr on the right wing. Pestered by Fuller. Now 5 to shoot. They'd reset that shot clock again, and then Ford takes it away. Ford down the left sideline into the offensive zone. He goes to the cup, lays it up. No! Offensive board by Osibor in deep. Goes up and draws the foul. So tough defense underneath. Ford went down hard. Sprinkle thinks there should have been a foul there. But a nice job by Osibor chasing that thing down. And with the offensive rebound, draws the foul. And that's a big call. That's the 4th on Colby Lee, who's had a hot hand tonight. So Osibor to the stripe for some crucial free throws. He is into double figures tonight for the 5th time in the last 6 games. The free throw is good. 15 points against Weber. Has struggled a bit at the stripe tonight. But with that one, now 4 of 8 from the free throw line, looking for more. That last one tied the game. This one for the lead for the Bobcats with 9:46 to go. This shot is good. He hits them both right when the Bobcats needed him. Osibor with 13 tonight. And Montana State up 42-41, 9:46 left in the contest. Little ball pressure in the backcourt from Brown and Ford. Arrington with a dribble, and he takes it across the half-court line. Ooh, nearly stumbled, and throws over to the left wing. Nagel gives it out to Parker at the top. Ball moved around the perimeter over to the right wing. Burgent trying to drive on Ford, spins into the lane, lays it up. No, Fuller had the defense, and Darius Brown comes out of traffic with the rebound. Darius Brown out to the right wing. Bent over the bounce, moving right around a screen. Gets to the mid-post, kicks it out to the left wing for Ford. Back into the post for Fuller this time. Works his way into the paint, pump fake, got stripped and fouled. And that's going on Braden Parker, his fourth. And now the two big men for Idaho State with 4 fouls apiece. And that'll get Montana State back to the line. So they have not hit a field goal in 5 minutes and 16 seconds. But Montana State finding a way to get to the line here. And that's truly what's keeping them in this game. They're 7 of 9 from the free throw line in the second half and 3 of 14 from the field. And Fuller misses the free throw. Not as crisp as we have seen Montana State lately from the stripe. 14 of 21 from the charity stripe in this ball game. Next shot is good, so he splits the pair. 5 points for Caleb Fuller today. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left in the ball game. Bobcats up 43-41 after Fuller split the 2 free throws. Idaho State with the ball. Arrington across the half-court line, throws ahead. Picked up at the top by Carr, hands off there. Burgent goes back over to the right wing. Smaley working his way down to the right corner. Around the perimeter over to the left wing. Grabbed by Nagel on the left side. Moving around the perimeter still, 6 to shoot. Burgent tries a 3. That's short, and Osabor has the rebound. That was a terrific defensive set by Montana State. ISU really didn't have much. They just threw it around the perimeter and took a flat-footed 3, so nice defensive stop. And now Montana State trying to make it a 2-possession lead with 8:25 to go in the game. Ford to his right, throws over to Brown on the right wing. Coming left, up to the top, bounces it into Osabor, kicks out to the left corner, Patterson for 3. No! Fight for the board. Idaho State has it. Oh, man, that one went off the inside of the iron. Patterson tonight, 2 of 5 from downtown. 8:05 remaining in the ball game. 43-41, Montana State on top. Idaho State with the ball. Arrington trying to drive. Brown's right there to blanket him. Kicks it back out to the right wing. Here's a 3. In and out. Fight for the board. Montana State comes away with it. Fuller weaving through traffic. Ahead of steam in transition. Going to the cup. The finger roll. That's short. Oh! Picked up that dribble, tried to get to the cup just a half step shy. Oh, man. Need one more biscuit for breakfast. That would have made it a 2-possession game. 7:40 left. Man, this one has been just a tight, tough game. Arrington into the paint, puts up a floater, rims off, no good, and Brown grabs the rebound. MSU has absolutely sealed the glass in the second half. MSU up 43-41. Cats have a mismatch in the front court. Idaho State has some foul trouble there. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Fuller up at the top. Skips into the right corner for Ford. Puts it on the floor along the baseline. Steps back and kicks it back out to Brown. 7 to shoot. Brown with the bounce behind the back dribble 4. Picks up the dribble, gives to Osabor 2. Osabor got to go, hooks it up. That is short. They called a foul. Got bailed out the end. That was the right call. Daxton Carr with his second. He hit him on the forearm. And that's going to take us to a break. Oh, man. This one has not been easy. It has not been pretty. Hasn't been particularly fun if you're a Bobcat fan, but Montana State's in front. Jabril Bello will check back in and try to get the lid off the bucket when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. MSU leading Idaho State 43-41 with 6:59 to go in the game. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading 43-41 over Idaho State. 6:59 to go in the ball game. The Bobcats have some free throws coming up. Great Osabor's been the star of the ball game for Montana State with 13 points on 4 of 7 shooting, 11 rebounds, his second D1 double-double of the year and of his career. Real Bello will check back in. We'll see if he can get rid of these yips. I mean, it's just, that's the only way to describe it. It's just kind of dropped some passes. Ball's not coming out of his hand right. But he's a great player. Has an opportunity to show his mental fortitude to flush the first 33 minutes of this game. Great Osabor gets a couple of shooters, bounces, and rolls to get that thing to fall through. Osabor will line it up. Trying to make this a 2-possession game in favor of the Bobcats. This shot is short. He left another one at the stripe. Osabor tonight 6 of 10 from the free throw line, so it remains a 3-point game. MSU up 44-41 over Idaho State with 6:50 to go. Idaho State with the ball to our right. Burgeon wraps it around over to the left wing. Arrington trying to drive, gets down to the left block, kicks it out. Smaley weaves through the lane, stops on the left block. Guarded by Osabor. 7 to shoot, slings it out. Tough pass, and it is out of bounds. Bobcats force the turnover. Nicely done by Montana State. The defense by Montana State has been very good in the second half, but neither team has shot the ball well at all. Idaho State is one of their last 8 from the field. Montana State one of their last 11 from the field, and both teams shooting under 20% since the timeout. MSU with the ball. Darius Brown out at the top of the key, leading 44-41 with 6:20 to go. Lob to Fuller in the post, fires inside, that pass tipped out of bounds, and it's staying here with Montana State. Frustrating night for Montana State's offense. Cats 3 of 16 from the field in the second half, Idaho State 3 of 17. Inbounds pass to Bello, down to the right baseline, still looking for his first field goal of the day. Throws it out to the top for Ford. Throws into the left corner, battle. He draws a double team on the baseline. 7 to shoot, out to the top for Brown. 5 to shoot, Brown in the lane to the rack, lefty layup, got it to go through contact. What a finish on the left side with the left hand by Darius Brown. He's back into double figures. Montana State up by 5. Wow, what a finish. And that flashing, slashing take is back from Darius Brown. First time he's into double figures since that 23-point game against Montana. Drive, Arrington lays it up. No, and they called a foul underneath. That foul is on Darius Brown. That's his second. Free throws coming. Oh, man. This one has been tough. Bello 0 of 7 from the field. Raekwon Battle 3 of 12. Osabor 14 points, 11 rebounds. He's been the guy. And Darius Brown 10 points, 6 boards tonight. He's also been a terror on the defensive side. And that is the second foul on Brown after that last play. Arrington misses the first free throw. 4 steals for Darius Brown today. Both Parker and Lee with 4 fouls tonight. As Parker checks back in, second free throw's no good. Arrington missed them both. Big break for the Bobcats. Arrington's a pretty good shooter, and he missed 2 free throws. MSU leading 46-41, 5:30 to go in the game. This is the time to start pulling away. Doesn't matter how you've played for the first 35 minutes. It matters how you play right now. Fuller down to the right block. Working against Arrington. Mismatch here. Turns, hands off for Bello. Spins, goes up. Missed the layup. Oh, man, Jabril Bello, 0 of 8 from the field tonight. That is tough. Out to the right wing. McKenzie looking for the post. Goes up to the top, moved around the perimeter. Grabbed by Smaley over on the left wing with 5 minutes to play. And then a foul away from the ball. And Jabril Bello just picked up another foul. That's number 5. Bello is done. Man, I mean, for one of the all-time greats in Bobcats history, surely one of his, worst games in the blue and gold. Bello finishes tonight with 0 points, 0 of 8 from the field, 3 rebounds, and he fouls out. It looked mental. So Daxton Carr will go to the line. The free throw is good. Just shocking what we've witnessed tonight. from Bello. Carr will line up the second free throw. Both teams the double bonus the rest of the way. And this shot is good. Carr hits them both. I mean, you feel for him. It's not like he's trying to miss these shots, but 0 of 8 from the field. You do not see that. Reigning MVP. 46-43, Montana State leading with the ball, 4:50 to go in the game. Battle has it at the top. He works his way into the paint, stops, floats, got it to go. Raekwon Battle, first points in the second half. He's got 11. Idaho State with the ball from left to right. They trail by 5. 4:35 to go in the ball game. McKenzie way out high, picked up by Brown. Darius Brown has been an absolute terror on the defensive side of the ball. He's loving it. McKenzie nowhere to go. Brown, a smile on his face as he gets it down into the post. Here's Parker working against Osabor, trying to back down. Spins, lefty hook. That is short. Osabor the rebound. Great. Osabor has been an absolute star tonight. Caleb Fuller, I think, got hit around the eye from Osabor accidentally, and a prime lending timeout called by Montana State. Prime lending home loans made simple. Okay, we're going to take a break. 4:05 to go in the game. Montana State leading 48-43. Stepping aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Okay, so that means we have another break coming quickly here, I think at the next whistle. Yeah, so this is the first called timeout media break, and then we're at 4:05, so we're going to have another one coming. Rocky Mountain Credit Union, supporting Bobcat wins for over 75 years and counting. By members' choice, this financial institution is not federally insured. Each account is insured up to $250,000. Montana State leading at 48-43, 4:05 to go in the game. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State has not played their best basketball in the month of February. You think back, they survived against Northern Arizona with that 1-point win. Sprinkle did not like their effort in that one. They did come out and play well against Northern Colorado. They lose at Weber State. They just got suffocated by the defensive performance from Weber, which is one of the better defensive teams in the Big Sky. And now tonight, they just have not had it on the offensive end for a number of reasons. But even with all of that, Montana State still leading 48-43 with 4:05 to go in the ball game. MSU inbounds. They work in their own offensive zone. Here we go. Doesn't matter how ugly it's been, just need that W. Brown out of the left wing. Alley-oop, Raekwon Battle could not make the catch. Just a little bit too high, maybe between his hands, and Montana State turns it over. They wanted it, they had it. He was right there, and they could not finish. So we're taking another break. 3:53 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 48-43 over Idaho State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
And now, back to the court, your Idaho State cheer squad.
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We're in Pocatello, and Montana State is trying to find a way to earn an ugly win today. They're up 48-43 with 3:53 to go in the game. Montana State is 2 of their last 12 from the field. Idaho State has not hit a field goal in almost 8 minutes. Their last field goal came with 11:39 to go in the game. Great Osabor leading the way with 14 points, 12 rebounds. Raekwon Battle with 11, Darius Brown with 10. Jabril Bello has fouled out with no points, going 0 of 8 from the field. Idaho State with the ball coming out of the timeout. MSU 0 of 4 from 3 in the second half, 2 of 14 overall. They've out-rebounded Idaho State by 5 in the second half. Bengals with the ball. Harrington has it, cruising across the half-court line. Takes it over to the left wing. Harrington bent over the bounce, fires it into the corner for McKenzie, who's been quieted today. Darius Brown's had some great defense. McKenzie throws out to the top for Arrington. Over to the right wing, Smaley. Back up top to Arrington. Coming right with 8 to shoot. Arrington to the mid-post 7. Gets underneath, has it. Taken away. Great Osabor with the steal. Great Osabor has had an outstanding ball game tonight. He has been the best player on the hardwood today. Darius Brown bent over the bounce. Gives it to Caleb Fuller. Pumps the 3. Still holding. Still holding. And takes it over to the right wing. Back to Brown on the left wing. 8 to shoot. Brown fires over to the right wing. Fuller pumps the 3-5. Fuller into the paint. Lays it up. Got it to go. And they called the foul. A charge taken by Daxton Carr, his 3rd. Huge charge taken by Daxton Carr. Fuller was kind of angling across, and Carr was just trying to shuffle to stay in front of him. That was a call by the official over on that far sideline. Man, big turnover on that one. 5-point lead for the Bobcats, 2:45 remaining in the game. Arrington looking for the post, finds Parker against Osabor. On the right block, gets into the paint, turns, ready hook, that is short, and the rebound grabbed by Montana State, but Ford came down on the baseline, and the ball is going back to Idaho State.
Rob was going to get him. Great on him. Darius!
So Idaho State will inbound. Still looking, and they lob it out high. Braden Parker makes the catch near the half-court line and hands off to McKenzie. Gives over to Arrington. Over to the left wing, Smaley. Fires into Parker with a bounce on the left block. 8 to shoot. Parker slings out to the top. Back to Parker, posted up, hooks it home. And Braden Parker with his first points in the second half. He's got 11 overall. Montana State's lead cut to 3 with 2:10 remaining in the ball game. Cats need a bucket. Osabor gives it to Brown on the left wing. Back down to Osabor on the left block. Fires into the post, over to Fuller on the right block. Fuller backing down, turns, hooks, that is good! Carr wanted to go down, could have been a flop, and then he still made contact, and Caleb Fuller finished anyway. Veteran finish. Bobcats up by 5, leading 50-45, 1:41 remaining in the game. McKenzie out of the left wing, steps behind the screen, triggers the 3, got it to go! 2-point game, timeout called. Prime Lending timeout called by Montana State. Prime Lending home loans made simple. And Danny Spring, he is right up in the official's face. He just told the line of a technical, still going back and forth with the official. And he is right on the edge here. And he did not get a technical somehow, wow. All right, a timeout called by Idaho State. 1:32 remaining in the game, and Montana State leads 50-48. Idaho State has lost 8 straight in this all-time series. They really haven't had any success in the Big Sky since the late 80s. Their last Big Sky championship was 1994, regular season. Their last Big Sky tournament championship was 1987. 1:32 remaining. Montana State with the ball, up 50-48. Everybody coming to their feet now and making some noise here. in Pocatello. Where's Montana State going to go for a bucket here? Caleb Fuller with the last score for the Bobcats. Brown over to the right wing, comes around to screen. Gets to the mid-post, throws back to Battle up at the top. Battle with a lefty, bounces to the free throw line, pulls up with a jumper. That is good. Raekwon Battle, ice cold from the free throw line, right when the Bobcats needed it. He's had a tough night shooting, but that does not deter him, and he gives Montana State a 2-possession lead with 65 seconds left. Big-time bucket from Battle. Arrington turns the corner, and he draws the foul on Ford. Robert Ford now with his fourth. 59 seconds remaining. 52-48. Montana State leading, but free throws coming for Arrington, who did miss his last 2 free throws, and he's overall 1 of 4 from the stripe. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. Crowd gets quiet as Arrington sets it up. Freshman from Auburn, Washington, misses the first free throw. He's 1 of 5 from the line. Neither team has shot well from the free throw line today. They are both under 70%. Arrington got his first career start today. This free throw is good, so he does split the pair. 3-point lead for Montana State. Just under a minute remaining. Bobcats gotta have this one. And a timeout called by MSU. All timeout sponsored by Prime Lending. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. So timeout by the Bobcats. They've got 1 left. Idaho State has 2. Serving all your garage door needs, StoreTech is raising the door on quality. Montana State shooting just 34% from the field today. 2 Wendy's three-pointers on 2 of 14, 0 of 4 in the second half. And they are 16 of 24 from the stripe. Idaho State 38% from the field, 24% in the second half. They're 5 of 10 from 3 and 10 of 15 from the free throw line. It has been an ugly game. It doesn't matter how you get the wins as long as you put it into that left column. 14 points from Osabor, 13 from Raekwon Battle. He just hit the last bucket for the Bobcats. 10 points from Darius Brown, 7 from Fuller, 6 from Patterson. Montana State with a basketball, ready to inbound. Give it to Brown. 50 seconds left. Montana State up 52-49. They're going to burn this clock down a little bit. Got to have a bucket here to make this a 2-possession game. Where is MSU going to go when they need a basket? Bounce to Raekwon Battle at the top. With the righty dribble, working his way down to the right block. 3 to shoot. Battle puts up the shot, the free throw line. That's good. Raekwon Battle coming in clutch with the jumper from the free throw line. 5-point lead for Montana State. Shot clock off. 25 seconds left in the game. Idaho State into the front court. Arrington into the lane, and they have, what do we got? Ooh, they called a foul on Robert Ford there. That's Ford's 5th. And that will send Idaho State to the line. Tyler Patterson will come back in. All right, Tyler Patterson will come in here. 22 seconds left in the game. Danny Sprinkle using that little extra time as Ford goes to the bench to instruct his point guard Darius Brown, the coach on the floor. Ford has had a big impact in this ball game on the road in his former home where he played for 2 years. A couple years at JUCO, 2 years here, now at Montana State. First free throw from Arrington is no good. Big time. All right, 22 seconds left. Montana State up by 5. So regardless of what this free throw does, still going to be a 2-possession game. If he makes it, I think Idaho State's going to try to call a timeout. Just reading body language here. Next free throw, rimming and good. And Idaho State will use another timeout. They'll have 1 more. Oh, man. This has you sitting on pins and needles. And I'm sorry, if you had a stressful day and you were hoping to just, sit down, kick back, enjoy some Bobcat basketball, and try to relax, this is not been the game for you. This has been high stress. This has been frustrating. It's twisted you up in a knot more ways than one. And it's just, it's not the type of game Montana State wanted to be in, but that's life in the Big Sky. And you gotta find a way to finish this thing off. It's Montana State with the basketball, up by 4. Got to control the ball here. 22 seconds left. First, you got to get it in. Idaho State with a full court pressure. Let's see if they're going to just try to steal this first before you get it into the front court. Cats up 4. 22 seconds left. Running baseline and full court press. Gonzalez looking to inbound. Still looking. Throws to Darius Brown. He angles toward the half court line. Still angling back, and he does draw the foul on Arrington. Just a light little hand check as Brown was reversing away from the half-court line. And Darius Brown will go to the line. That's exactly who you want to have the ball in the hands of right now. 10 points, 6 boards. He's 6 of 6 from the free throw line to this point. Again, a 4-point lead for MSU.
Hey, get their matchup.
This free throw is good. Round 7 of 7 from the stripe today. He has stepped up offensively right as the coaches have asked for it. 5-point lead with 19 seconds left. Brown will line it up. This free throw is good. Cats up 6 with 19 seconds left. Hitting their free throws late. It's been a tough night at the stripe, but they're hitting their charity stripe shots now. McKenzie into the front court. Behind the back dribble. Lost it. It's out of bounds. That's Bobcat basketball. Brown just stayed right in front of him, had his hands out, and Brock McKenzie tried a behind-the-back dribble, and he just lost it out of bounds. Montana State with the ball, 14 seconds left, up by 6. Gonzalez will inbound. Both teams still with 1 timeout. Gonzalez finds Darius Brown. He races across the timeline into the front court, weaves off over at the right wing, and finally they foul him with 8.5 seconds left, and Darius Brown will go to the line to make this a 3-possession game. Hasn't been easy, hasn't been pretty. I don't know that you would particularly describe this as enjoyable if you're a Montana State fan. But in the end, Cats up 6 here with 9 seconds left. Brown's free throw is up and good. What a show Darius Brown has put on today. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 9 of 9 from the free throw line, 2 of 3 from the field, and just locked down defense. And this free throw is good as well. Brown 10 of 10 from the free throw line today. He hasn't missed a free throw since January 7th. Idaho State into the front court. Clock hasn't started, still hasn't started. And now they blow the whistle. They did not start the clock at all.
Hey, come on.
With 8.5, so it should have started there. So some sort of a clock malfunction. But Cats up 8. So they should be good to go here. Now they've got to review and count this thing down. But Montana State has all put the fork in this one. Up 58-50 with 8.5 seconds left. Of course, we'll talk with head coach Danny Sprinkle during the Ribbon Chop House post-game show today. Want to say hello to Red Lodge tuning in today. Red Lodge listening in. Owl Shadow saying hello on the Simpkins Holland Behind the Mic feed on the Montana State Athletics YouTube page. Appreciate you having us with us today. So the clock malfunction after Idaho State inbounded. It's 8.5 right now, and they're going to adjust it here. Officials talking about it, but Montana State shoots 35% tonight, only 2 of 14 from 3, 20 of 28 from the free throw line. Darius Brown is 10 of 10 from the stripe tonight. Over his last 10 games, he is 25 of 25 from the free throw line, so he has not missed a free throw. Did 25 shots from the stripe, and that stretch dates back to January 7th. As the crowd begins to filter out with Montana State up by 8. 4.7 seconds left. Has not been the most beautiful months of February, but Montana State, again, less than 5 seconds away from victory here. Idaho State to inbound, looking, and they find McKenzie. 4 seconds left. McKenzie into the paint, floats it up, got it to go. With 1 second left, inbounds to Gonzalez, and this ball game is over. Montana State wins it 58-50. 58-52. They survive on the road. It was ugly, but it's a win. We'll take a break. Montana State wins 58-52 over Idaho State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Okay.
Basketball, we would like to thank you for attending tonight's game. And the Bengals are to action on Thursday, February 23rd, to take on the University of Idaho Bengals in a Battle of the Domes matchup. Here at 7 p.m., please check your signs for all belongings before you leave, and please drive home safe.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Check, check. I'm just checking the coach mic. Check, check. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Okay. Welcome to the Rib and Chop House post-game show. Rib and Chop House, home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. Somehow, some way, Montana State pulls it out, winning 58-52 over Idaho State. Bobcats improved to 18-9. They are now 11-3 in Big Sky play. Idaho State falls to 9-17. They are now 6-7 in conference action. Montana State hit just 4 field goals in the second half, and they were the last 4, or excuse me, they only hit 8 field goals in the second half, 4 of them on their final 4 shots of this ball game. All right, before we get any deeper, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat Basketball. I'm Keaton Galogly. Jesse Ropolato is back in the studios, and this is the Rib and Chop House post-game show. We're taking a break. Montana State has won it 58-52 over Idaho State. We'll get you up to date on the scoreboard. We'll look ahead for Montana State, and, of course, we'll talk to head coach Danny Sprinkle in just a bit. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Perfect. Let's do that. Let's try to knock that out in this next segment. Yeah. Cool. Back on the Raven Chop House post-game show, Montana State winning it today 8-52 over Idaho State. At Montana's Raven Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. All right, up next, let's get to our First Security Bank highlights of the game. We can hear those highlights right now. From there, Montana State would close it out at the line. Darius Brown finished this game 10 of 10 from the free throw line, and Brown has now hit 25 consecutive free throws over his last 9 games. We'll take a break from the Ribbon Chop House post-game show. Danny Sprinkle will be up in just a bit, but first, this timeout. Montana State wins it 58-52 over Idaho State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. All right. Danny's walking over now. Back on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show, Montana State winning it today by a final score of 58-52. Coach, wasn't the prettiest win, but a win's a win in this game. And, look, I want to start with Jabril Bello. He is such an incredible player, such an incredible young man. He goes 0 of 8 from the field today. I don't know what that was. It just kind of looked a little mental from him. What did you see from Jabril? Like, what did you see in that game?
Yeah, I have no idea. He had point-blank layups. That's not the Jabril we're used to. The one thing I told him in the locker room, because he was down about his performance. He's happy about the win, but he's down. And I said, man, listen, you know how many games that you've bailed everybody else out and won for Montana State in the last 4 years? This is the least we could do, was to cover for you. He's never going to have a game like that again. And, I'm just proud of our guys, coming together. And they cut it to 2. The place was rocking, and the fans were great tonight. And, I thought Raekwon took over that last couple minutes. He had some big-time shots. Yeah. And Darius Brown was awesome. Darius Brown won the game. In the first half, he got some of those steals. He only had 14 points, but his 4 steals, he got layups for other guys. We scored 8 points directly off him. And I thought his defense on McKenzie, forcing 7 turnovers on McKenzie was tremendous.
Yeah, down the stretch, you kind of mentioned Darius Brown. The Raekwon battle really wasn't shooting the ball well until he hit those 2 late shots.
Yeah.
But overall, defensively, what did you see from your team? Idaho State only scored 52 points in this game and really did not shoot the ball well in the second half.
Yeah, they're so physical, and they got those 2 big jokers down there, Lee and Parker, that, they gave us some problems, and luckily they had a couple rim out late. But I thought, Jabril and great. Even Sam at some time too, they did a really good job not fouling him, and then we got a couple of those rebounds which were timely.
One of the guys that certainly picked up Bello in this game was Great Osabor. 14 points, awesome. 12 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds in this game. What are your thoughts on Great's performance?
His energy tonight was tremendous. That's the hardest he's played. I thought he was tremendous. When he's that active, he's got such long arms. He's going to get tips when he's playing around those guys, and so, we need that effort, every night, but. We needed that double-double because a couple of those we were struggling to score. We scored 13 free throws in the second half. We only scored 29. And again, 2 of 14 from 3 and had some wide open looks again. There's going to be a game. We're going to make 12 or 13 threes. I feel it coming.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about Great's emergence as a leader. Just watching him in the huddle, it just looks like he's so vocal. He's so locked in. What are you seeing in the way he's kind of emerging as a vocal leader right now?
He was great. It started yesterday at practice. His voice, he was the main voice talking yesterday. And the guys knew I was pissed off after, how we performed in that second half. And I'm glad Great brought that energy to practice yesterday because we needed it. I needed it. And even it carried over to shoot around today. He was the main guy talking. And, even when Jabril was struggling, I saw him, he was checking in for him. He was talking to him and telling him, hey, we need your leadership from the bench and all that, which, it shows his maturity's coming.
Yeah, fun to watch. Well,
he's still got a ways to go. I'll tell you that. But I'm proud of him.
Yeah, today was a big step in that right direction. And doesn't matter how it looked in the end.
No,
Bobcats
it does
winning.
not.
Congrats on the win, Coach.
You bet. Go Cats.
All right, that was head coach Danny Sprinkle. We'll take a break. More of the Ribbon Chop House post-game show after this. Montana State wins it 58-52 over Idaho State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Thank you. All right, saying goodbye to the Behind the Mic stream. Thank you for everybody who watched there. Thank you, Owl Shadow.